What is good, YouTube, and welcome back to a brand new video. We're once again back here with another draft ladder rebuild. As today we have the number 3 overall pick, and that of course is the Philadelphia 76ers. So let's just go ahead and jump in and do this 3rd overall selection, 76ers rebuild in NBA 2K25. Before we get into today's video, make sure you guys drop a like on this one and subscribe if you're new to this channel. As always, greatly appreciated. We're currently on the road to 50,000 subs, so if you want to help us reach that goal, that would be amazing. Also, just gotta mention up top, which you'll be hearing me say this quite a bit in the next few videos, I am pre-recording this. I'm recording this on the 19th of May. So if something happens, if Philadelphia trades their pick or something, which I don't think is going to happen, but I guess you never know. You probably wouldn't even see this video if that did happen. But if something happens where I'm not addressing it, that is why, because I'm not recording it the day this is dropping. Okay, so like I said, we've done the Spurs and we've done the Mavericks with obviously Cooper Flag and Dylan Harper. The 3rd overall selection, you would assume it would probably be Ace Bailey if you're going in kind of, I mean, some people may have VJ Edgecombe here as well, but I'm going to go Ace Bailey for this video. And there was this report I saw that Philadelphia could explore using Paul George's contract along with the 3rd overall pick to trade it for something, maybe like Kevin Durant, which is kind of an interesting idea. But just like I did in the Spurs video, we're just going to draft with the pick, no veteran trades. So yeah. Let's go ahead and head straight to the draft. So I do have the Spurs and the Mavericks selected right now. That way we can have the draft order be correct and kind of the way I've been doing these rebuilds. So of course, number 1 overall, Dallas is going to take Flag, and then the San Antonio Spurs are still going to take Dylan Harper, and then we get to take Ace Bailey. So Ace Bailey, welcome to Philly, and now we can, send the rest, and then now we could just obviously just control Philadelphia. So let's now go change that, and this is how you change team selection. Sometimes I get those questions. So yeah, so 76ers is now the team we're building going forward in this video. Okay, so Ace Bailey, welcome to Philly. You got Alex in the 2nd round as well, so sign him. We got Oubre, Drummond declining his player option, Eric Gordon, which we'll go ahead and decline the team option on that one, and then qualifying offers Jeff Dalton, Yabusele, and then got Quentin Grimes, which Grimes probably has to be re-signed, obviously, based off what he was able to do. Now, he may have priced himself out of Philadelphia, willing to re-sign him, but we'll see. Obviously, that could, be false, and that could just be a terrible narrative to have because they might still go sign him. So, Jared Butler, and then we got McCain and Ace Bailey, but Ace Bailey is going to, well, it's going to be interesting. I guess we got to slide him to the 3, and then maybe, or we could even maybe play him at the 4. 6'9". I mean, yeah, Ace Bailey and Paul George will probably be our starting forwards, and then Edwards and Oubre will be the backups, basically. And you got a Bona. We could sign Drummond, though, as well, or we could save money and not sign him. So I guess Bailey's going to slide to the 3 out of the gate, so we'll do that right now. Move him to the 3. And then, yeah, so now we just need to re-sign Quentin Grimes, and that's probably all we're going to really do. We're just going to run this with the way it is, and you have to hope Embiid and Paul George play well, which one thing I actually want to do as well is Paul George just kind of regresses like crazy. I think Paul George is going to have a bounce back season. I'm not saying he's going to be like his prime self or anything. I feel like his prime self, you could say Indiana or that year he had in OKC. But I think he's going to be still decent. I don't think he's going to like regress to like what 2K does to him. He regresses a little too crazy in my opinion in 2K. So Embiid, I'm going to push up just a little bit as well because I do want him to kind of have some shelf life in this one. Although you could argue that the process era is getting very close to over. I would not argue with that, but we'll see. And Embiid, who knows how available he'll be. So Grimes getting an offer sheet. We will go ahead and match it. And then Drummond, we got to make a decision on him. Do we want to bring him back? I think we're just going to give the keys to a Bona. So Yabusele gets an offer sheet. I got kind of torched the last time I let him go. I don't want to bring him back, but people were very upset with me, so I think I am going to go ahead and actually, you know what? Screw you. I'm letting him go because I want to save some money. So that's why we're letting him go because we just paid Grimes a big contract. So get mad at me again, whoever got mad at me for that, but I'm doing it again. So Maxi's up to 89, 84 Jordan McCain, 81 Ace Bailey, Edwards, and then a Bona. This time I'm going to keep Justin Edwards. I accidentally let him go last time as well, but this time I plan on keeping him. So, all right. So this is kind of what it's going to look like. I'm curious to see how it's going to go in the simulation next year, but we'll have McCain probably coming off the bench with Maxey and Grimes starting, and then we'll have Ace Bailey and Paul George at the forward spots, and then Joel Embiid. So this should be a very interesting team in the East next year. So here's what we're going to run going into this season. Tyrese Maxey, Quentin Grimes, Paul George, Ace Bailey, Joel Embiid, Jared McCain off the bench, Oubre, Justin Edwards, and a Bona. I like this rotation quite a bit. We'll leave it 9-man, and we'll also go ahead and shrink that bench utilization as well to give some of our starters some more minutes. Ace Bailey's going to get a lot of run immediately out of the gate. So Embiid shots didn't see as high, so is Maxey, so is George's. So we're just going to have to see how it goes. I have noticed when I do Philadelphia 76ers rebuilds, they usually aren't very good in this simulation, but we'll see if it's any different today. I'm going to leave it at perimeter centric, and we'll go ahead and move, obviously, Nick Nurse down to perimeter centric as well. But I will see you guys at the end of year one. I don't think I'm going to stop at the deadline. This team is set up fairly well right now, and you would think that this team will be good, but it remains to be seen. So I'll see you guys at the end of season one. I wouldn't be surprised on either way if this went well or if it went really bad. We'll see what happens. So at the end of year one, I will be honest, for most of the season, we were under 500, which I was kind of surprised by. Well, I guess it wasn't a surprise, but it did suck to see. But we actually did finish strong, which is good. So Jokic is your MVP. Flag is your Rookie of the Year. Malik Monk is your sixth man. Giannis Defensive Player. And Evan Mobley Most Improved. With Trae Young Clutch Player. And Tom Thibodeau is your Coach of the Year. And Zachary Staples is your Executive. So here's your All-NBA first team. All-NBA second team, and All-NBA third team. So we do get Embiid still making All-NBA third team, averaging 24 and 11, which is great. All-defensive first team and all-defensive second team. I do feel like the last, few 2K 76ers rebuilds I've done, I usually trade Embiid pretty quickly, if I'm not mistaken. So I'd like to keep him if I can in today's video. But again, it's all going to depend on how the team does, basically. So we are the 5th seed in the East, and we get to play Atlanta in round 1. So here were the player stats. You had Maxey lead the way with 20 per game, 24 from Embiid, 17 from Ace Bailey, 15 from McCain, 14 from George, and 10 from Quentin Grimes, 9 from Oubre, 5 from Edwards, and 3 from Adem Bona. Okay, so let's see how the playoffs are about to go for us. Now, Atlanta is always a sneaky team in the 2K sim, so I'm not going to discount them. We'll see how it goes. So game 1 goes to them. They beat us by 1 point. And obviously, Atlanta had the notorious win over Philadelphia in round 2 years ago when Ben Simmons refused to take the layup or the dunk. But yeah, it's not going well already out of the gate. We're down 3-0. So, I mean, there's a chance we can come back from 3-0. But Atlanta, like I said, is always kind of a sneaky, good team in the sim. So it looks like at least we're not going to get swept. They almost did come back low-key, but we're still alive at least for another game here. At least we have that. But let's see if we can't win another one. I mean, it's a close game 6, but I don't know. We will win 128 to 124. Or I guess that was game 5. Now we're going to game 6. We still got to win this one. See how this goes. So game 6 in Philly to force a game 7 back to Atlanta after we were just down big time. So can we make it happen? Close game, but I think they got it this time. Unless we make a triumphant comeback at the end, but no. So we lose in 6 to Atlanta in round 1, which is obviously devastating if you're the Sixers. You got the Knicks and the Wolves, and the Knicks going to win the championship. Cat is your MVP, Finals MVP. So LeBron retires. That's about it. So I guess my goal this offseason is to attempt to trade Paul George away and maybe give Ace Bailey the keys to the 3 spot. Also, I finally fixed the Knicks and the Wizards, or the Knicks and the... So, like, the Wizards and the Jazz finally have their picks. So I finally remembered to fix that, where I don't have to force the Knicks and Thunder to give up the pick back to those guys every single time, because it happened like every freaking video and I was getting sick of it. So let's head to draft night, and I don't think we had a draft pick, but I wasn't looking that hard. So obviously we have like a Clippers pick coming up in the future. But yeah, I think, wait a minute. Did Paul George retire? Why does he do that? Did he retire on us, or did I just not see his name? No, he retired. Wow. I think he did that the last time too. I mean, I guess it wouldn't shock me, but it gives us basically the freedom to what I wanted. I thought trading Paul George would be kind of tough to do, but he calls it. Okay, that's fine with me. Maybe he just wants to go be a full-time podcaster. Who would blame him? Or who would be surprised, I guess, is what I meant to say. But player options. No pick for us. We got McCain and Ricky Council. So you kind of have a clear runway for Paul George to, or for Ace Bailey to start. But obviously losing out on that money sucks, but it also probably, lessens your cap a little bit too, which we're not gonna have cap space or anything, but we may not be over an apron now with $50 million off the books, which is huge. So Butler is a free agent. So what is our financial situation now? But yeah, we're a lot less cheaper. We might even, or we don't have salary cap room, but it's pretty close, man. So Maxey, Grimes, and McCain. Obviously McCain got quite a bit of money, and then you got Adem Bona and Embiid. So we're gonna keep Adem Bona as the backup center for as long as possible because he's extremely cheap. We have 1 year left on that deal. Yeah, so yeah, he's very cheap for the next 3 years. Love that. Embiid will stick with another season. We might end up moving Ace Bailey to the 3. It kind of depends on who we get at the 4. But I plan on bringing Edwards back. And then Oubre, I'll probably let go. Yeah, we'll probably let Oubre go. But, I mean, we could bring back Lonnie Walker. But let's just see what our options are now. Jamal Shed. Yeah, let's do it. So Jamal Shed, get him on a minimum. So we'll do that. And then Oubre, Shinpenny. We have Kaishawn George, who shouldn't even be here. But he is. Watford. And then there's Mogbo. I mean, Kaishawn George would be pretty excellent to bring in. But I've done it before. It just feels kind of disingenuous because that's never going to happen in real life where a rookie just gets waived. Kind of silly that happens in 2K like that. But maybe Edwards has a, land way to start this year. But we might take this to day 12 of free agency and see if there's a different power forward to sign. And then we bring in Jamal Shed to be that backup point guard. So Butler is kind of not necessary anymore. So what power forward could there be to sign maybe on the last day if there's any at all? So we got like Mogbo, who's asked for 10 million. Wiggins is always kind of an intriguing option I like to bring in. I mean, yeah, he could get an opportunity to start here. We can give him a 2-year deal as well. Sign me up for that. Wiggins, and then Edwards should be back on his qualifying offer, I believe. Yep. And then we have Maxey down 1 overall at 25, which is kind of weird, but that's what they have done. McCain 87, Grimes 86, Edwards 83. Wow, Edwards developing very nicely, man. Wow, I didn't know Edwards developed like that, but I'm happy to have him because he's probably going to start at the 3 this year for us, I guess. So, yeah, let's move him to the 3 because he's going to go up now, which is great. Wiggins will go up 2, and Edwards will go up to an 85. So, yeah, sign me up for that. So, we'll have Edwards and Wiggins, Ace Bailey, Embiid. Yeah, this is looking good. All right. So, with Paul George gone, there's going to be, less shot or more shots for our other guys. So, I can't wait to kind of see how this goes in year 2. And maybe the only thing we truly lost was just George. It'll be kind of addition by subtraction type of vibe. But if we're bad again this season, or I guess we weren't bad, but if we can't win a playoff series this season, it might be let loose of Embiid time. But I'm hoping we don't have to make the decision. The team is good. The Power Rank has us 4th overall, so they are pretty high on us. So this is looking good. And here is what the rotation, or should I say, the rotation is going to look like in the starting 5. So we got Maxey, Grimes, Edwards, Bailey, Embiid with McCain, Wiggins, Jamal Shed, and Adimbona as your bench. I like it a lot. So shot tendencies, Embiid's is still high. Obviously, Maxey's and Ace Bailey's is high, and McCain's is decently high off the bench, which is what we want. And then Edwards, Wiggins, Shed, and Adimbona can kind of fall in line. But yeah, that looks good. Rank 4th overall. Let's see how this season's going to go. I'm assuming with Paul George gone, things might go a lot better, but I guess we'll see. I'll see y'all at the end of year 2. If we don't win a playoff series this year, it might be time to let Joel Embiid go somewhere else. So at the end of year 2, Jokic gets himself another MVP trophy. Boozer is your rookie of the year. Giddey's your 6th man in Detroit. Wimby defensive player. Liam McNeely most improved. And Trey's your clutch player in LA. And Jason Kidd's your coach of the year. So I'm assuming Luka did not stay in LA unless if they have Trey and Luka paired together, which would be kind of a horrible idea, I feel like. But here's your All-NBA first team and All-NBA second. So Embiid is still playing phenomenal. 28 points, 11 rebounds. Obviously, with Embiid, it's the health thing. But, with injuries off in 2K, he gets the benefit off that. And Ace Bailey is already making all defensive teams, which is great. 23 and 8. He took a massive jump, shooting 47% from 3. So he's been awesome. All-rookie first team and all-rookie second team. So he's kind of being exactly what you'd hoped Jabari Smith would be. So that's lovely, but we end up as the 3rd seed, and funny enough, we get to play Atlanta again. So that series went to 6, so let's see how this series is going to go. So McCain 14, 11 from Grimes, 9 from Edwards, 8 from Aaron Wiggins. So how is Edwards doing from 3? 41%. I mean, look at this. Our whole team can knock down threes at a high efficient rate. Like, this should be, like, the floor should be spaced, like, at all times. So this team would be deadly, I feel like, in real life. But I don't know, man. Obviously, like I said, the Embiid thing, health concerns are there. But Atlanta with no Trae Young, because obviously saw him in LA. Instead, it's Reed Shepherd here, which is interesting. So, do we get our revenge? Game 1 goes to us. 23 from Embiid, 19 from Jalen Johnson. Game 2, they even it up. They beat us by 1. All right. Do they go up 3-1? Yes, they do, man. Atlanta. All right. Are they wanting to give Shed the start right now? No, they just want to give him less minutes. So he's actually cold. Maybe there's a reason not to bring him back. But we have to win 3 in a row here to stay alive. Atlanta, the team that beat us last year, and it looks like they're going to do it yet again. Which sucks because Embiid is playing phenomenal, but just didn't work, I guess. So I think it's probably in our best interest to move on from him. I wanted to keep him throughout the video, but we can't. I don't think that's an option anymore. So Atlanta and Boston and Cleveland and the Cavs and the Thunder and the Cavs going with the thing. So I mean, the team is playing great. Conley's retiring a 76er, but unfortunately, the playoffs are not clicking at all for us. I think we might need to fire Nick Nurse as well because this team shouldn't be that bad. Now, we do have, I believe this is the offseason. Wait, maybe it's, no, it's not. It's not this one. But coming soon, we will have, we can bring in Tyronn Lue, maybe. We'll have the Clippers pick, as long as we don't trade it, obviously, which we haven't at this point. But yeah, let's bring in a new coach. Let's see if that would change anything. I still think I might fire... I might still trade Embiid regardless, but Chris Finch is accepting our deal, or we could go Quinn Snyder. I'm gonna go Quinn Snyder. Snyder will be the new coach. But on draft night, I think it's next year where we have that Clippers pick. It is 2028, so not quite. So I'll let the assistant GM draft with those seconds again. We get Marcus Johnson, which we'll sign. We'll two-way the other guy. We'll sign all three of these guys, and then Justin Edwards will get his contract this offseason, which I'm interested in bringing him back. And he wants a big contract, rightfully so. He's developed pretty nicely. But now it's time to see what Embiid gets us, man. I hate to do it, but I think it's in our best interest to trade him. He is 33. He has a big player option next year. He's still playing at a high level, so I do expect to get something good in return. But I probably ain't going to override anything because we're kind of far in the video now. And, yeah, I don't think that'd be kind of disingenuous. If maybe at the beginning I would have to try to get, like, a good return. But I'm just going to take the best return we can possibly get for him, although it sucks to trade him. I'm not going to lie. So this by far and away has my best interest, honestly, and I think Zion actually makes a ton of sense on our team. We have so much spacing right now that Zion would fit he'd fit extremely well, if I could say the word. And they also want to give me Trey Murphy, which he's obviously a great shooter on his own right. So while it sucks, I am down to do it. So we're going to be doing an Embiid for Zion swap, which is relatively interesting. Though Trey Murphy being in this trade on top of that is a little weird in my opinion, but can we just get it to where, I don't know, can we just do a Embiid for Zion swap? Because Trey Murphy's always been, like, to me, untouchable, but, I mean, can we bring in Herb Jones instead? And I don't have to give you Wiggins. I think Herb Jones is a little bit more tradable than Murphy, in my opinion, but let's see. If they insist on Murphy, then maybe we just go Murphy and call it good. I mean, Embiid's still playing at a high level. So, yeah, I guess we're going to just do the Trey Murphy thing, even though I think this one's a little more unrealistic on the unrealistic side. There is some other offers, too, but I think we just make so much sense with Zion, because Zion he'd fit extremely well here with how much spacing we have. So, and Murphy's going to help that even further. Our forwards are elite now. We have, Ace Bailey. We can also slide Ace Bailey to the 2. He was drafted that spot, but we're just going to have to figure it out. So, Trey Murphy will probably come off the bench, and then Edwards will come off the bench, but it's going to be a damn good team. Now, the one thing we do have is a center position issue. Or you could even play... No, I'm not. I would say I could even play Zion at the center full time, but I'm not going to do that. Although that would be crazy. It'd be interesting to do. But, like, Missy, who's unrestricted, we could sign him. He's perfect. Like, just give me Missy. We can steal another player from New Orleans. We could kind of just... Well, he accepts it. Never mind. So that dream is dead. I was going to say, he could be kind of like a pretend, like, oh, he was in that trade too, but he's not. But still, we could get a good center that would fit extremely well with what we need to do. And we don't even need him to be that good, I feel like. Our spacing is great. Edwards is going to get his bag. Probably could give that to him right now, honestly. So, actually, we're going to wait. He's restricted, I believe, so we should be able to match any offer he gets. But let's try to get him for even cheaper. He's getting an offer sheet, so we're going to match it now. So, Edwards will come back, and then let's go look at the centers on day 12. And Shed will probably be let go. Or, no, we might bring him back. He will probably come back in a qualifying offer, actually. I think about it. We can bring in Pokoshevsky. Okay, so we have Goga Badotste or Zach Collins. Now, none of these guys are ideal to have as your full-time center. I won't lie to you, but it might just have to be what we do. So, James Wiseman, once upon a time, had the hope to be something like that. But Jalen Williams, Goga Badotste, Zach Collins. I mean, I guess Goga Badotste is... I mean, he shot 40% from 3 a couple of years ago. I don't know how many attempts there was on that. But I do think I'm going to give Goga a 2-year deal. He might be our starting center, which isn't my favorite necessarily. But maybe Grimes becomes expendable. Or someone else does. We'll see. We'll just have to see. I think at the deadline we trade first center, because if we do that, I think this team has all the opportunity in the world to go win a championship. So let's go look at the rotation going into year number 3. It sucks to trade away Embiid, but you can't deny Zion would fit perfectly with how much spacing we have right now. So proficiency did get a little worse for perimeter centric, so we're actually just going to go ahead and run balanced instead. So this is what it's going to look like this season. So The very good team. We got Maxey, McCain, Zion. So they want to start McCain, which I disagree. I think McCain should remain in a bench role, but our bench is very stacked right now, which is very awesome, which I love. But I think I'd prefer Grimes to still start just for the defensive purposes. So I'm going to do that. That way we have a little bit more size in the backcourt. So Maxey, Grimes, Zion, Ace Bailey, Goga Badazte. Again, the center position needs to be addressed at the deadline. So I do think one of like, probably going to be Trey Murphy, which I hate to do because I love Trey Murphy, but we need some topic. Or we could even do Grimes instead. But we'll see. We're going to have to evaluate at the deadline. One of those guys is going to be traded for a center, ideally, because we're going to need a 5. But we'll see what our options are at the deadline when we cross that bridge. Maybe Goga Badazte is good enough to go win a championship as our starting 5, but I don't want to test that. I think we trade for a center at this deadline, and I think with that, we could be a contender, which we already are, but we could go win it all, I think, if we make the right trade. So as I mentioned, as much as I hate to do this, I think we are going to be sending Trey Murphy to Indiana for Miles Turner. We need a center, and Miles Turner, obviously, another center that would fit extremely perfectly next to what we have going on next to Zion Williamson. The spacing would be awesome. I decided between Grimes and Murphy, and Grimes is shooting 46% from 3. I love Trey Murphy a lot, but we're going to go ahead and stick with Grimes, and we'll have Miles Turner come in as that new 5-man. So Miles Turner is going to start, and again, the spacing is just immaculate around Zion Williamson with Miles Turner coming in as well. If you go look at the shooting right now, I assume it's looking great. So 46 from Grimes, which is why we decided to keep him instead of Murphy. We needed one of those big contracts. McCain 41, Chad 39, 38 from Turner, 37 from Ace Bailey, 36 from Edwards, 34 from Maxey. So that one's a little bit down, but all in all, the spacing is phenomenal around him, and that's what you'd want if you have Zion on your team, which is why we're the perfect team for him. That's our big move. We're going to shrink this down to a 9 rotation for the rest of the season. Miles Turner is your new 5-man, and we'll see if this team can go win it all now. I think we have the team to do it. We'll see if 2K agrees with that notion. The Wembanyama wins MVP. Stokes is Rookie of the Year. Arenas is your 6-man in Milwaukee. You got Wemby Defensive Player. Rasheer Fleming Most Improved in Sacramento. Up to an 80 overall there. John Morant Clutch Player. And Kidd is your Coach of the Year. And Hobson is your Executive. So, here's your NBA first team. Wemby, Jokic, Luka, Cade, and Halliburton. NBA second team, you got Giannis in a Clippers jersey. Memphis for John Morant. Amon Thompson, New Orleans, or I guess Joel Embiid makes it for New Orleans over there, and Cooper Flag in Dallas. But unfortunately for us, we did not get an All-NBA representative, but I do think we have plenty of scorers on our team, which is probably why it didn't happen, but we are the first seed in the East nonetheless. So here are your player stats. You had 22 from the man, Ace Bailey, 20 from Maxey, 20 from Zion, 16 from McCain, 11 from Miles Turner, 11 from Edwards, 9 from Grimes, and 7 from Shed, and 4, and then 4. Okay. So here goes nothing. Time to see if we have what it takes to finally win a damn series in this video. We have not to this point. We get to play the Celtics, which obviously the Celtics are usually a good team. So got our work cut out for us here, but let's simulate current round against them, and we do sweep them. So no problem. And now we get to play the team that has beaten us twice in this video already. Can we finally get our revenge back? Game 1 goes to Atlanta. Game 2 goes to us. Game 3 goes to them. I'm not going down 3-1 to Atlanta again. Why is Atlanta our Achilles heel, man? Don't know, but I'm tired of it. So can we finally take them down? They've been owning us. They've owned the 76ers even before they owned them, obviously, like I said, with Ben Simmons back then. So we will tie it up, though. That was great because we needed that in the worst way possible. So game 5 in Philly to take a 3-2 lead. We can beat Atlanta. I think we can get out of the East because they've been the team that have been giving us issues, and we will take them down 113 and 134. 1 game away from the conference finals. We got to win on the road here to avoid a game 7 at all costs. Looking okay right now, but it's going to be close, I assume, down the stretch. We have the lead. Nice lead. Just don't blow it. 7-point lead with not much remaining, and we are going to hang on, and we're going to the conference finals. We finally beat Atlanta, man. Okay. Now it's either Cleveland or Milwaukee. Who would I rather play? So Milwaukee still I think I'd rather play Milwaukee, right? I mean, they have Dame or Jalen Green and Dame, but Dame's obviously regressed. He's shooting 49% from within the playoffs, though. Jalen Green, they have him, who he's playing great, and Kasha and George, who they were able to get, but we'll see who it is. So it is the Bucks. So I think I feel good about that, but we'll see. We'll have to see. Dallas or San Antonio on the other side, which both those teams are just really good in the sim. So either way, it's going to be tough, but we'll see how it goes. So let's focus on Milwaukee. I feel like we have the team to beat this team, but you never know. So game 1 goes to Milwaukee. Game 2, we even it up, blow them out this time. 2-2. Okay, can we please not struggle? I just don't feel like we should be struggling against this Bucks team. I feel like we are much better. It is a much talented difference. I just don't see how this is going to happen. So, but let me stop talking because I'm gonna jinx it. Even though I don't try to believe in that stuff anymore. Like, you guys get it. Superstitions and all that. Don't let that stuff control you, man. It's horrible. So no superstitions here. We're beating the Bucks, man. I don't care. We're getting out of this alive. We are much better than them, and we will beat them 117-91. So we get to the finals. Spurs or Mavericks? I'd rather play the Mavericks, but I don't know if I should be saying that because the Mavericks are always really good in the 2K sim. We'll see how it goes. So we get the Spurs. So Wembanyama versus Zion as the conference finals MVPs, and obviously you got Dylan Harper versus Ace Bailey, 2 college teammates. So this is going to be interesting. But I can't wait to see how it unfolds. So can we win this championship here in the finals? Game 1 goes to San Antonio. Game 2, we even it up 127-123. Big. Game 3 goes to them. And we gotta see if we can tie this on the road. We're in trouble if we don't. So it's a back and forth game, but they have a nice lead right now unless we get back in it. But I don't think we will. So we are going to lose in the finals potentially as we're down 3-1. I want to give more minutes to Edwards. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if we can't come down from a 3-1 deficit. We've done it before. Obviously, doing it in the finals against Wimmy and the Spurs would be pretty ginormous. We have the lead right now. We will win. We just need to win one more. We force a game 7. So, see if we have it in us. Dig deep, man. If we can win this, it's anybody's ball game in the last one. We have a lead right now. Don't blow this, and we are going to a game 7. Oh my gosh, they're back in it, though. Slow this down. Tied game. It's going to them, isn't it? Gonna go to them, isn't it? No, we win. Okay, I was waiting for them to take the lead back. They didn't. So game 7 is indeed happening. I need everyone to lock in, man. All hands on deck. Game 7. They want to put. Do they want to put Goga? Oh gosh, I don't do that, dude. Do we really trust Goga Bitadze to start in game 7? I can't do it. 2K, I get it, but I can't be the one to do it. I'm starting Miles Turner. I gotta listen to my gut. Game 7 in Philly. Prayers up. Let's see what happens. Okay, so we have the lead to start things off, and we blow them out in the first quarter. Listen to me and not 2K's advice. We have done it. We are going to bring the championship home to Philadelphia. We're going to win 114-139, 36 from Zion, 36 from Ace Bailey, and we win a championship as we came down from 3-1 in the finals. And Ace Bailey is your finals MVP on top of all that. He did not shoot very well in the finals there, but as far as playoffs were concerned, this is what it was looking like. So 25 from Maxey, 24 from Ace Bailey, 23 from Zion, and 16 from Jeremy McCain. So we took advantage of our 3-year window. Yeah, Ace Bailey shot pretty abysmal from 3 in the playoffs, but a lot of 40%ers, which is what we wanted. But man, all that matters is we brought that title home. Zion was a perfect fit here, and it just kind of showed up at our doorstep. But I'm going to end it there, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this one. We'll be back with another lottery rebuild as I continue to pre-record these. But this is Crushables. I'm saying peace. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click here to watch another video that I know you'll love.